everyone. So today I want to have a very serious conversation about drive-in movie theaters. They are something I'm extremely passionate about, something that I think needs to be talked about. So I want to talk, not everything about them necessarily. I want to talk about the importance of them, the history of them. I'm not going to bore you with too much history, but I just want to give you a few reasons as well as to why you should be going to the drive-in movie theater if you have one near you, because they are rapidly disappearing, which is really, really sad to me. So, some history for you. The first drive-in theater, really, that ever came out was June 6, 1933. It was opened by, what's his name, Richard Holystead. I don't know how you say his name. Holystead, I believe that's how you say it. And the idea came from his mother, who was complaining about going to the actual theater and having to sit on these uncomfortable seats. So what he did is he put up a kind of screen and a projector on top of his car, and that's how he watched a movie with his mother, was with his mom in the car, and that's how the idea got started. So the fact that it started from the fact that a mother was so uncomfortable sitting in a regular theater seat brings me to my first point of why you should be going to the drive-in movie theater. Because a lot of people complain to me when talking about going to the movies that they don't like sitting in uncomfortable seats. Guess what? You drive in your car to go to the drive-in. You can control the comfort of your seat. Bring pillows, bring blankets. All that stuff is under you. You get to decide how comfortable your seating is. I have a hatchback in my car. My seats go down. Sometimes I'll put a blow-up bed in there, and I will lay in the back of my car with my hood up, and you can watch the movie beautifully that way. This should never ever be a problem when going to the drive-in. Comfortability, just comfort should never ever be a problem. Little more history for you. 1958, there was around 4,063 drive-in theaters in the United States. To put this in perspective for you, Star Wars The Force Awakens, a movie that made just over $2 billion, had a highest opening of all time, I believe it was $230 million. That had 4,134 screens that screened on. Crapload of drive-ins, a crapload of them. In 1958 is really when it really hit. One of the biggest drive-in theaters at the time was like a 22-acre place. It had a full restaurant. You could seat you could have 2,000 cars in this thing. And it was huge at this time. Now, a lot of times drive-ins at this time, they showed a lot of B movies, movies that weren't exactly the greatest, and a lot of X-rated films. So you can imagine what was really popular about them, I guess. And if you've seen movies like, a movie like Grease, yeah, we're gonna just stop right there. So, they were a huge thing. Huge thing, and they have started declining. Now, just want to give you some more reasons why you need to go to the drive-in. First of all, people complain, including me, that some people can be loud and talking and texting, and it's annoying. Guess what? You're in your own car. You control who talks. You control who texts. If you text, get the hell out of my car. All of that stuff is controlled. If you want to have a conversation with your friend about the movie, go for it. If this is the 5th time that you've seen the movie, you can discuss it with someone. Go for it. That's why I really love it, because you control that. You control who talks. You control who texts. You control everything in that car. It's a wonderful reason to go to the drive-in. That's why I go to the drive-in all the time. Some people also complained, as far as loudness goes, that, the speakers are way too loud in the movie theater, or they're way too quiet in the movie theater. I actually kind of had that this week when I went and saw La La Land for the 10th time. It was a little bit quieter than usual. This does not happen at the drive-in. Once again, you either are playing it through a boombox that you bring along, you are playing it through your car, through the FM radio. Some drive-ins still have the thing that started around in the 1950s, where they put the speakers that you could attach right onto the hood the window of your car, and you could actually hear the movie through that. You control the volume. You control that. There's nothing to be complaining about when it comes to volume when going to the drive-in. Another thing, concessions. Like I said before, one of the largest drive-ins had a full-fledged restaurant. I know a lot of drive-ins that still exist do offer a bigger variety of food on their menus. The drive-in I go to, Stardust in Chautauqua, they have barbecue rib sandwiches, they got hamburgers, they got chicken tenders, they got ice cream, they got snow cones, they got, I mean, you name it. There's like 50 plus items on this menu. And they're always adding in different things, sometimes that, maybe they'll buy a big bushel of apples and have caramel apples. They have so many different things, such a great variety on their menu that you can go have dinner and a movie all in one location. It's awesome to do. Some people complain about heat and how hot it is in the theater or how cold it is. Again, you can control that. You can roll down a window. You can keep the window up. You can bring a blanket. You can bring a pillow. You can bring a sweatshirt. You can bring your winter jacket. Whatever you want to do, you control your comfort level with the heating. That's all up to you. Another reason to go to the drive-in. Another one, a lot of times it's cheaper. It really is. For example, Stardust Drive-In where I go to, it is $8.50 to go see 2, sometimes 3, sometimes 4 movies. If you go see 2 movies, you are paying essentially $4 per movie. I have this theater where I live. It's called the Budget Cinema, and that's where I saw La La Land. It's got movies that are usually coming out within a month or so onto Blu-ray and DVD and stuff. La La Land comes out in 2 weeks. So it was $4 to see a movie, and actually I went on Tuesday, so it was $3 because Tuesday's their dollar off day. So basically, when you're seeing brand new movies on, tomorrow, Fate of the Furious will be playing. A brand new movie that comes out on Friday, you'll be seeing that movie for $4. Another thing is, you can leave after the first movie, you can leave after the second movie, you can leave after the third movie. You can leave whenever. You're not disturbing anyone by leaving at all. So that's wonderful. And if you're doing 4 movies, you're essentially paying $2 per movie. That's awesome. That is fantastic. So it's a lot cheaper a lot of time. If you bring children, guess what? Children probably are not going to make it through the entire night watching movies. Like I said, the back seats, if you can fold them down, bring an air mattress, tuck them into bed. A lot of times they'll have, like the Stardust Drive-In, they'll have a PG and then a PG-13 movie. The kids can watch the PG movie. They'll fall asleep. You watch your PG-13 movie. Have a date night with the kids there. You don't need to pay for a babysitter. Your back seat's the flippin' babysitter. Go to the drive-in. Go. Another thing, some theaters allow pets. The one I have, they allow pets. As long as they're not in trouble, they don't care. Bring them. It's wonderful. It's a family event. This is a great time to hang out with your friends. Get there early. Play a game while you're there. I know some drive-ins have, mine has a volleyball net. It has the chalkboard you can write on. It's got arcade room. I know some have mini golf courses. There's so much fun to be had at the drive-in. It's great family time. Go with your family. It should be an event. Like I said, you can get dinner. My drive-in has pizzas. I forgot to mention that for concessions. They have pizza. And it's not that expensive. It really isn't. Especially for a business that makes most of their money from the concessions, it really is not that expensive to go to a drive-in. Bring the family. Now, my last big reason that you should go to the drive-in is because it would be a fantastic date. And it would be better than going to a regular movie for a date. Okay? Well, let me just draw this out for you, okay? You drive to the drive-in. You eat at the drive-in. And then a movie comes on. Maybe it's La La Land, a romantic film. Well, maybe not La La Land. It doesn't exactly end happily. I think it does. Some other people don't. Anyways, let's say it's a romantic film. Totally easy to do the move there. You're the only one in there. You're not going to embarrass yourself. Who flipping cares? If you want to make out in the movie, make out. Go for it. Heck, if you have a back seat, go ahead, go back there and do it. You are in your own car. Yeah, people are going to know what's going on when the car's going irky, 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 but who cares? It's the perfect date in the world to go to. It's just the perfect date. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Dinner in a movie, and just, it's the perfect date. So I'm going to say, late night, I could go on and on how it's just a great date to bring someone to the drive-in movie theater. These drive-in theaters are declining very, very fast. I mentioned in 1958 we had 4,063. There are less than 400 still in the United States, and that number is going down rapidly. We have switched from projection to digital projection. Regular projection is gone. It is now digital projection. The cameras are beyond expensive. There was, a few years back, I think it was 2013, there was actually a lot of theaters that went out because of this, because they had to switch, and those cameras cost thousands and thousands of dollars. So we are now at a time where we are losing our drive-ins more and more. I actually used to have 2 drive-ins near me, one in the city that I actually live in now, and the other one in Chautauqua, which I still have, Stardust, and that one is gone. The one in Eau Claire is absolutely, it's gone. I think it was 2 years ago now that it was gone, and it killed me. It sucks. It really does to see it go. And I believe it got sold maybe to an oil company or something like that, which just makes me even more sad. It really does. I understand why people don't necessarily want to go because of how late it is. But, maybe take off a day at work so you don't have to be in the next day at work. Something like that. You can make the time to go to a drive-in movie, and it's the best way to go. If you go to a regular theater, you're just seeing one movie. You can't control how loud it is in there. You can't control who talks. You can't control the heat in the air. You can't control any of that. But you can control it at the drive-in. Now, I've recently been looking at drive-in related information, and I found a video that was heartbreaking to me. It really, really killed me, because it was the Kenosha drive-in that I guess had been around for quite a while. I think it was like over 50 years that got taken down. And there's a video, I'm going to put it in a link of this video, just because it was so, it killed me a little bit. It went from looking like a drive-in to a gravesite. And that's not something I like seeing. And I love movies so much. They take me away from everything. They bring me to different worlds. The other night I went and saw La La Land, and I was in a world where it was not weird for me to start getting up and dancing. And I went with a friend a while ago to a movie, and he had told me one day, I probably said this in another one of my videos, I don't care. He had said, I wish that I could just, watch a movie that I've seen, 6 times and still just be shocked and surprised and excited by everything that was going on in the movie. And I said, you can do that too. You gotta experience it. You have to experience a movie. I don't feel people experience movies anymore. It's just going to be mindless. You should be. Movies can do so many amazing things for you if we just get in that mindset. Turn off the goddamn phones. For the love of God, turn the frickin' things off. Get off Facebook for 2 hours. It's not going to effing kill you. I promise you. Just experience a movie. Don't just go to a movie. Experience a movie. You can love it. I promise you. You can have the experience that I have. I've seen La La Land 10 times. And yet, from start to finish, the movie still surprises me. The movie still puts that stupid grin on my face that I have the entire frickin' time of the movie. And the movie still makes me cry. Everything about, I just experience movies, people. I don't understand this. Anyways, guys, I want to end this video by talking about my local drive-in. I know a lot of people that watch these videos as of now are people that know me, that live near me, so they can go to a drive-in theater. And I know a lot of people. I go to work and nobody has been to a drive-in. Nobody. Nobody at all. And it wasn't that long ago. It was 3-4 years ago that the area where I live, Eau Claire, had a drive-in, and they've still never been to a drive-in. We have one in our area. It is in Chautauqua. From Eau Claire, yeah, it's about an hour and a half away. But it's fantastic. The Stardust Drive-In is fantastic. Everything about it. They have fantastic concessions. They have fantastic screens. They have fantastic staff. They have fantastic food. Everything about the Stardust Drive-In is fantastic. I will be going there this weekend to watch Fate of the Furious and Split. They never ever have R-rated movies. It's always, for the most part, family friendly. Not a lot of racy PG-13 movies there. You should go to the drive-in if you can. And if you need someone to go with you, guys, give me a call. Facebook me, Instagram me, whatever the hell you want to do. I will take you to the drive-in. I don't care. I have 5 seats in my car. They are open for you. Go to the drive-in. We need to support this amazing place, and we need to support drive-ins, period. It is a fantastic, wonderful place to go. It is my home. The opening day of the drive-in is just one of the greatest. I remember last year, it was March 28th, I think, 28th or 29th, because it was Batman vs. Superman open. Batman vs. Superman was a movie. I didn't care. I loved it. I was so happy to be back home at the drive-in. Smile on my face the entire time. I wore my Batman mask. I wore my Batman sweatshirt. I was probably even wearing my Batman underwear that day. The drive-in is amazing, guys. You have to go. If you have not gone, please go. If you need someone to go with you, just ask me. I will take you. I will pick you up. I don't care. You have to go to the drive-in. It is extremely important. It is something I'm extremely passionate about. Please go to the drive-in. And if you don't have one near you, take the time. Take a road trip. Go to a drive-in. Please do. Please, please, please go to the drive-in. Well, that about sums up this video, guys. It's about 20 minutes long. So, if you like this video, please hit like, subscribe, share, all that fun stuff. I will see you soon.